And you're going to see your dashboard. Nothing much too interesting on here. So we are going to jot right over here to the settings. If you look on your left-hand side, you want to go to the settings. And this is a place where we're going to set up all the different things which make this program unique for you. So the first thing that we are going to want is go to your company. You'll see there's a little bit of information about your company here. So this is our company name. We're just calling company name testing. This is your year end. If you're a sole proprietor, your year end will always be December. And if you're incorporated, it will be whatever the month is that your year end actually happens. If you want to put your CRA number in here, go ahead and do that now. If you're registered for GST, you're going to click this button right here, include GST, and if you're not registered for GST, just unclick it. We're going to leave this clicked for this demo. You have a business province and a taxation province. This is the difference. A business province is the province which you are registered. So if you went and did an incorporation, you would have registered in a particular province to work. So that's this province. The taxation province is the province that you primarily work in and the one that you primarily pay tax in. So that'll be your taxation province. For this example, we're going to leave this just as it is with the Alberta being the default to both. And then you would just hit the save button over here on the top right-hand corner. All right, so remember in the first video, we talked about matching up your receipts to your bank and credit card statements. Well, now we're going to actually go set those up. So if you click on this button over here, the Go to Accounts, it pulls up a few default accounts. So you'll see there's a bank account, cash spending, a credit card, an income, and a miscellaneous. So the income one cannot be changed. The income one simply specifies your sales and invoices, which we're going to deal with on the next video. For this video, I want you to just look at what you have in front of you. Do you have bank statements? Do you have credit card statements? Do you have miscellaneous things? And I just want you to click on the name. And you'll see this pulls up. So you're going to change this to whatever account it happens to be. So you can say your checking account, you can put your bank name. I highly recommend that you put your debit card number in here, or at least portion of it. So let's say your debit card starts with 4005 as a random example. And let's say it ends in 0009. And I'll show you a little bit about that later, but basically this is the name that you're going to see all over the system. So if you kind of put that name in there when you're doing your receipts, that will be very helpful. You can pick your color. If you don't like our default colors, go ahead and pick something now. Now we have a credit card. So let's just assume we're going to have a, let's say it's a Visa card. And again, we're going to put our numbers included. We're just going to put some basic numbers in and we'll hit save. You can see it's starting to make an order. The cash spending, if you have cash and you spend cash, I recommend you leave it. And I also recommend you leave the miscellaneous. The miscellaneous we'll learn about what you're going to put in there a little bit later on in the video. If you have any more bank accounts or credit card statements, you can go ahead and add them now by just simply using the new account button. Okay, let's go back to the settings. The next place we're going to go to is your income types, and that's this one right here. So when you bill your customers, it will be for a thing. So let's say you sold a widget and you wanted to know how much you sold in widgets and how much you sold in the installation of the widgets. So this allows you to break it out into different types. For the most part, products and services will fit your needs for the program. But if there is something really unique that you want, you can simply hit new income type and that will bring you here for you to set up. Let's go back to the settings now. All right, the next place we're going to go is to the expense types. When you are putting a receipt into the program, you will be entering who you bought it from, the amount, and what it was for. This particular screen is the place where you will list what each invoice is for. So for example, if you go to a gas station and you buy fuel, you're going to be saying, please put this expense to vehicle fuel. Now there's a couple of buttons over here which are green, and those ones are not changeable. Those are special accounts that we call asset accounts, and they're handled a particular way, and you notice that you can't change them when you are when you're trying to change the rest of these. For the most part, all of these are items which would be just fine, standard out of the box. But if there's anything here that you feel you really need and it's not in the list, you can feel free to enter it now. To do so, you click on the new expense type and you simply just add your item. We're going to leave this right out of the box for now and just simply go back to the settings. We're almost through our setup, and now we have to set up a couple of names. So we're going to go into this vendors and customers button over on this side. And you can see there's nothing in here. So this is a place where you can set up some vendor names and some customer names. You can also do this at the time you're entering your receipt, so don't sweat it if you don't have to set them all up right now. But we're just going to set one up of each. So I want you to add or click the add button. We're going to add a vendor, and we're just going to call it a gas station. And this would be a vendor because it's somebody that we buy from. Let's set up one more, and let's say now we have a customer, and Martha Smith is our customer, and we're just going to set up with the customer name. Okay, so we're just going to set up one of each one right now. You can see how it put the type, and when we get to doing the entry, you're actually going to see where these are being used. Let's go back to the settings now. And the final setting that you need to do is enter your credit card. So this go to subscription button over here is going to allow you a place to put your credit card in. Once you hit update credit card, you can put the various information in. Notice that your trial will go on to the end of your trial period, and then it's going to notify you that to continue the information, you need to put your credit card. That's where the settings are for that. Let's go back to the settings button. And here we are. That was as simple as easy as we get it. The other ones that we didn't touch on here, don't worry about it. We're going to see those as we go through. But for now, you are all set up and ready to enter. So I'll see you in the next video.